Hello everyone. I found this on Facebook that someone put up. This is what Jehovah Witnesses are controlled and by the governing body. I don't need Google. What's Google? It's the web. You can search anything all over the world. So what the Watchtower has taught Jehovah Witnesses, you don't need Google. All you need is JW.org knows everything. That's right, people. JW.org knows everything. And I remember when I was going to Kingdom Hall, they told us to stay off the internet, stay off certain sites, because there's lies about the truth of the Watchtower. JW.org official website. Bunch of y'all already know what it looks like. Very interesting. Even the new JW broadcast. And how you can contact them for free Bible study. And learn about the Bible's answers. And resources for couples, parents, and teenagers and children. Well, I'm going to bring a couple of these out and we go from there. Parents, children, and you got your teenagers. Well, here's our children. Some's real young, and what do we have next? Secrets, Jehovah Witnesses, crisis, and who found records after records of hidden information from the public, from the police, that was stored in the Watchtower rooms of how many pedophilia or child molesters was in congregations all over the world. And if you watch some of my videos, I even show pictures of these men. And there's lawsuits right now against those men. So we need to stop lying, Watchtower. You need to stop lying. You think you're protecting the children. You're not. Because if you was protecting the children, why are you having so many lawsuits against you? 28 million? 13.5 million? And this is just within this year. That's not even counting how many ones that was in past years. Bible answers. And about Jehovah Witnesses. Oh, Bible answers. Don't we all remember the 1975 event that the world was going to end? And all Jehovah Witnesses would be in the 1,000 years reign. And we would be almost like in paradise. There would be peace for 1,000 years. That was supposed to happen in 1975. And I remember people were selling their homes so they can keep preaching till Armageddon was supposed to start. Well, guess what, people? Those people who did that before 1975 lost their homes. What about 1925, in which I have this book marked of the return of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the faithful prophets, which was guaranteed by Judge Rutherford that these men was going to come back alive. Well, they will come back to life. But the sad part about it, Judge Rutherford died in 1942. So he didn't see none of these men to come back alive. And Jehovah's Witnesses, you got your name from a false prophet. And I'm going to prove that. Well, what about 1975, 1925? Watchtower was lying again. That's only a few little lies. Getting help for, well, you got the website, broadcast, library, apps, sign language, and language apps. Where do they get all this holy information from? Well, we know one man died. So that leaves 7 more. Maybe they're going to pull another government body out of the hat, the black darkness hat. And which one they would pull out, nobody knows. It could be a brand spanking new one. Jehovah's Witnesses, these men that you just saw, if you read this just right, sometimes you hold on to that lie because you know that it's the only thing that you had. The only thing that you had, you put faith in those men that predicted and say that you are in a true religion. You are God's chosen people, and God turned his back on the Jews, and he chose the Jehovah's Witnesses to be the replacement of the Jews. And where the truth is, in the magazines, in the books, in the music, these things you can download from JW.org. Oh my goodness, why can't you download these books, Jehovah's Witnesses? These are the books that Judge Rutherford wrote. Oh yes, he wrote many books. And about almost half of, well, I'm going to say all of these books, there was nothing but false prophecy. Some of these books shows you the proof that they built Beth Sherem, the house he lived in, and those men that you saw earlier, Abraham, Isaac, possibly King David, come back alive in another book, they were supposed to rent, or whoops, not rent, they were supposed to own that house. All they had to did is come back and prove that they are the true Hebrews, prophets. And what in the heck Judge Rutherford would think that these men would wanted to live in California when they could live in their own homeland where Jerusalem is. So the thing is, do they have the truth? Whoops, somebody got a magnifying glass out and showing the hidden word truth has lies in it. Watchtower has so many lies that the word truth cannot be the word truth anymore for the religion. Do Jehovah's Witnesses shun former members of the religion. Now, this is from their website that you can play, pause, and you can hear this information. Yes, people, they tell the world they don't shine, and they do shine. What makes you think they didn't? Well, I know they ran me out of the Kingdom Hall. I had one elder I just passed probably about a couple of weeks ago, and he told me that he was not going to talk to me. He didn't want to even speak to me. And he's supposed to, because he's an elder. So he's supposed to help me to get back in the truth. Well, guess what, people? The lies of the Watchtower keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. These pictures I remember in the magazines showing that those old people was going to be young, grow young in 1,000 years reign. And that was this generation that will not pass away. And that was the generation of 1914. Guaranteed on the bottom, will not pass away. Jehovah Witnesses, can't you read? Or are you blind? Or you can't hear? Read the bottom. This generation that will not pass away. Those poor people died. And this magazine was 1984, May the 15th. Those people are dead. Where's the faith of the Watchtower? Well, here's another one that was put on Facebook. All you find, Jehovah Witnesses, is what the iceberg is above the water, floating. You have not searched or found the real truth that what's beneath the Watchtower, hidden truth, is more lies, and that's what I said, more lies than there is truth above the surface of the water. Because you refuse to see the truth. And the worst thing about being lied to is knowing you weren't worth the truth. Say that again. The worst thing about being lied to is knowing you weren't worth the truth. People, Watchtower doesn't care you to know the truth. That is the reason why you have been lied to. Because you are just a Borg in their eyes, doing what they command you. You want salvation through these men. You go door to door. You give your money. True salvation is through Christ. They said in their own literature, they are the channel to Christ. You pledge your allegiance to them. While we, the ones coming out of this organization, we pledge our allegiance to Christ. We don't need another mediator between us and Christ. So, Jehovah Witnesses, you're right. You don't need Google. You need JWS.org. Because they know everything. But the one thing they don't have, true salvation, and they are liars. They are liars. JW.org is liars. Keep believing them as the truth. You will be doomed with them. Thank you.